Lauren Boebert wants you to believe that the biggest threat right now to your kids' drag shows in Texas, not guns, nothing like that, not the oncoming environmental catastrophe, nothing like that. She wants you to focus on the LGBTQ community. That is how she is spending her Pride Month. Now, of course, when she is saying that the members of this community are groomers, that they're preying on kids, I will remind you that in terms of her and her husband's relationship with kids, well, her husband, as you probably know by now, exposed himself to people in a bowling alley. One was a minor. Maybe that bothers her on the inside. Maybe that eats away at her soul. I don't know. She's never expressed any issue with the fact that he did that. The fact that she thinks it's awesome to just surround her kids with as many guns as possible for fun Christmas photos like this, that's totally safe for kids because, of course, as we know, guns pose no danger to children. It's drag queens. They're the ones who are, of course, dangerous. That said, if you out there are in her district and you think maybe we should go in a different direction, she's still running. She can potentially be voted out. And in fact, they have sort of a novel plan to get her out of office. We'll see if it works. Thousands of voters have apparently recently left the Democratic Party in Western Colorado, some as part of a grassroots effort to defeat Lauren Boebert in her upcoming primary election. For the last few years, Colorado's open primary system has allowed unaffiliated voters to participate in either party's primary elections. That means voters can weigh in on Boebert's primary run without actually joining the Republican Party. And you can see demonstrated some of the people who are leaving in this chart. The blue line is Democratic registration. I mean, it's a couple of percentage points. I have no idea if it would work. And certainly there have been other reasons the Democratic Party has provided for some of their people to flee the party. And by the way, JR, I have to say, to be, I guess, Buzz Killington, I get we're supposed to fight dirty. I know that that's what Anna wants. I don't like vote in your own primary. I don't know. John, what do you think?
John, listen. As far as this leaving the party to be unaffiliated so you can vote against Boebert, I thought I was going to be the one to have to say it. I hate that idea.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up.
I mean,
don't like
do
it.
Idea. You're not breaking the law or anything.
No.
But
yeah, it's not morally wrong or any of that stuff, or even legally any of that stuff. I just don't like it because, yeah, it's dirty tricks. I get it. But the thing is that's the point of discussing who these folks are. So maybe the folks that are following her can realize the type of garbage person that they're actually trailing behind and doing the bidding of, and what their real objective is. I think whenever you're right about topics, which I believe we are, that wins out, even if people don't hear it right away. But flipping over and trying to then sabotage the primaries to get rid of her, that means it can be done the other way too.
Yeah.
And by dishonest people.
I know, and most people in the chat seem to be disagreeing with me. Not Sure says, John, you do you. Leave the dark side to those that can know it. First of all, look at my lack of control over what I eat. I would fall to the dark side instantly, by the way. I would go right for it, like in The Last Jedi. But anyway, and I get it, use the tactics you're going to use or whatever. But when I say that the Republican Party liked to pretend that they cared about democracy as long as they had a white race-based demographic advantage, and as soon as they feel like that's being challenged, they don't care at all about democracy whatsoever. I do. I believe that we should have, as much as possible, an open, fair, actual democracy. Now, we don't. And this, by the way, is the 100th worst thing about our democracy. And it ain't the top of the list or anything. But yeah, I want her to be beat either by another Republican because she's terrible and won't accomplish anything, or more importantly, by a Democrat who will present some sort of alternative to her madness. That, I think, would be ideal. We're probably not going to get that.
Yeah, I understand people's desire to want to do something, anything possible because of how dire it is. But again, they can do it too. And in fact, that's done from dishonest, horrible people versus folks that maybe want something to go better to do it. It crosses over both ways. And now we have a battle over who's going to pull the dirtier tricks, which, again, I know Republicans do. But this particular one, I don't know. That means they could do it and sabotage someone that's very much a progressive or very much is someone that's going to help constituents. Now we're screwed in another way.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.